Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down.
Hello everybody and welcome to another Craftmas video. I am bringing you into my craft room, into my studio here, and doing a couple things with you. And this video is a shout out to Gail, who is a viewer here on my channel, and we talk back and forth in comments, and we've tried over the years to find a way to connect via maybe Zoom or on a call for like crafty things. We've never made that happen yet, but Gail, we're going to make it happen. This next year, we're going to make it happen. And she asked a question about where do I store my Project Life core kits, my old style Project Life core kits. And girl, I got you, because you know I have a system for everything, right? So for Craftmas, because we're just hanging out in December and getting together every day and doing a little something, I thought that I would take you along with one, sharing where I keep my Project Life core kits, which is in this corner of my room. And then also I thought that I would do my December. I always do this in December, right? Well, like the end of November, right before Christmas starts. I do a big cleanup in my craft room, and I just make sure everything's put up, make sure everything's dusted. I do the floors, all of that, because you know December gets crazy. We usually have family here during the month of December, and so my office is getting used with air mattresses. It becomes a dumping ground for where presents are getting, wrapped, and then any extra furniture that doesn't fit in our house, because we have a very small house, ends up coming down here. So I like things to be nice and clean, organized, and put away, because then in January, I hit the ground running with new projects. So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you along for that. I'm going to show you where my Project Life core kits are organized, and then we're going to do this half of the room. So from here over, I'm going to talk about my sewing machine that I've brought down here because I'm wanting to do something with my sewing machine. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to clean all this up. You can see I have notebooks and planner stuff and albums and product, and I just have things shoved everywhere. And then it gets worse over here. I am going to be doing a sell of some crafty products that I'm ready to let go of. I have some papers that I need to put away. That's a Christmas gift I need to get out of here. I need to straighten things up and dust. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do this whole side here, and we're going to chat. And then later in the month, you're going to see me do this entire side of the room and get it all put together and ready to go with new projects. I have some really fun new projects that I want to do in January. I'm doing a whole new memory keeping style, and I am so excited to dive into that. So if you're new here and you haven't been in my craft room, there's tons of videos of me organizing my craft room, putting this craft room together, shifting things around. Last year, I shifted my desk into an L shape. It used to go right down the middle of the room. I love it. It is so much better for creativity and workflow. That's wonderful. Over here on this side is some storage. Like I have one of these for tissue paper. I have one of these for 3D items I've made, for pretty packaging, for totes and pouches that I use for different things. And then my shelf here. And then this is where all of my core kits are. I have one box that I need to put away, and this is what we're going to talk about a lot today. And then over here, I have my One Little Word albums from past years. I have mini albums that I've done here that I've created. I have 4x4 albums here. My Cricut machine here. I have 6x12 albums here. And then I have some organizational things here. And then this is my planner place. It's like from here down is all planner stuff. It's EC notebooks, it's old planners, it's product. I'm going to show you inside of all of that as we put things away. And then like my wedding album is down here. It usually is in my room, but my room is decorated for Christmas right now. So there's a Christmas album in there instead. So I'm going to show you a couple of those things. Over here is just some office type stuff. There's some notebooks and different things that I have, notepads that I have here, cards, It's just kind of random. There's a cleaning bin down there, so I don't have to always go upstairs to grab cleaning stuff. Under my desk is a few packing boxes and an extra table. And then all of my desk is just computer related stuff. It's where I sit and I edit all my videos. I create all my digital product sitting there, and then my printers. And like I said, I have a few boxes. So that's what we're doing today. So let's dive in the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to get all the product put away that I can put away. So and get it where it needs to go. I can see right now that there's some product that I need to figure out. It looks like Christmas stuff, so it probably needs to be put away. There's product over there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to dust, and then we'll come back. We'll look at Project Life core kits, and we'll come back and look at planner stuff. All right, the first thing that I did was just put everything up. So I just picked up stuff here. This right here is my Project Life storage for bi-monthly, and this is basically Ali Edwards product, but anything that says the month, like January, all that stuff goes in here. And these are just small containers. They're for 4x6 photos, so they're gonna hold the 3x4 cards and the 4x6 cards, and then there's always some chipboard or just little elements that say the month, and that goes up here. And I get this out when I'm working on my Project Life album for specific months. Works out really good here. And then this is word phrase stickers. And then this is alpha stickers, like letters and numbers. This is a bin of stickers, for bullet, I don't know, bullet journaling, or those are a set of Friends stickers that I had. And then this is solo wood flowers. These are these floral pieces that are actually made out of wood, and you can dye them. I just have a little collection there. Then I have some more of my little gals cut out, and then I have, this is just miscellanea ribbon, and there's nothing in here. So all of this looks really good. There is some Project Life stuff here, but it's just because I can't get everything over there. When I designed the shelf and my husband and I made this, my desk was long. So this is what was behind my whole desk where I was working. So then the next shelf here is a Billy bookshelf. It is just the tall Billy bookshelf. And on top of these are containers that I have all of my Project Life core kits in. So I'm going to take one of those down and I'm going to show you how it looks inside. But this is where I store them. So Gail's question was, where do you store your Project Life older core kits? So these core kits that had 500 cards in them, and you got 3x4 cards and you got 4x6 cards. And they would come in the boxes. Now, the original Project Life core kit boxes were amazing. They had a magnetized front to them. I really loved them. But then they changed them and they became a little bit more flimsy. These boxes hold multiple core kits. So there is a box here that, I have one that's day in the life and week in the life. But then there is one, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different style kits, and those were Stampin' Up kits, so they were smaller. But then you can see this one has Clementine and Jade in it. This one has Midnight in it. I have a lot of those cards. So I'll pull one out and I will show you the inside of it, but this was the way that I combined all of my core kits and made them easier to store. They are stored similar, the Midnight and the Click core kit, or the Clementine and the Jade kit. Those are similar kits, so they're in the same box. Same with the Blush and the Fine and Dandy. Those are similar, so they're together. And then they do go all the way down. So I don't think there's anything in that very bottom one that is core kit related. I think that is I have one for a week in the life, day in the life. I used to do one for one little word. But then the rest of them are core kits. They fit perfectly on the Billy bookcase, which was from IKEA. These boxes were originally from IKEA. Now I'm going to try to find something that is similar. This particular box and the way it's divided inside, IKEA stopped selling literally after I got these. Literally the week after I ordered them and got them and found them and realized they were perfect, IKEA discontinued the box. It's the same brand of box or style of box that is over here on my, these are the taller ones, and then these over here are the skinnier ones. So I will see what they have on the IKEA website to link to. If they have something similar, I will. But this is where I keep all of those core kits. So let's pull one down and I will pop you on my desk and I will show you how they look inside. Okay, before I go into this and show you all of that and what I'm thinking, here is my planner situation, notebook situation. These are all A5 ones, and they're like a gratitude, a budget, a faith journal. I think there's a wellness one. They're the A5 collection that I've gotten. Some of them have been gifts, and then some of them I've picked up. I don't use them currently, but it doesn't mean that I won't. This is, I think these all need to go here. Yes, so this is all of my just plain notebooks that I just get a cover on, and then they are grid. And I will use one of these to do my Q1. If you haven't seen yet, I am doing a planner video this Craftmas where I show my planners and how I do them and how I customize them. If you haven't seen that yet, it will be coming, but I will use one of these to make my goal planner for Q1. So I just always have a few of these on hand. My mom might need another one. She is going to need 2 of these for next year, and I don't know. I'm waiting for her to get here, and if she needs one, I'll just give her one of these. Then I have a dot one that I don't like dot grid, and I don't know if it was a mistake. I think it must have been a mistake, and I ordered a dot grid on accident. So that's here, and I don't know. I really don't know what to do with it. Then here is our address book, and then these are all planners that aren't used. So this one is from 2019, and it is just a vertical, like a normal, not an hourly, not lined, but just a vertical. And I could redate this. Any of these here that I have that aren't used, I keep them because I can redate them and use them if I want to. So I have that one. Then I have this one that I totally customized and set up in 2022. I set it all up, and then I ended up not using it. I don't know if I went with something different, but I've kept it because, again, I could redate this and use it because it's not used. So I really liked the way that's set up. I don't remember why I didn't use it. Then I made this. I put all of this together for this year, and I ended up not using it. I put it together at the end of last year, and then I ended up not using it. I used something different. And then this is a 2024 compact vertical that isn't used. Again, I'll just redate it. So these, and then the notebooks probably need to go up on the shelf. And then I have these. So I cut up, when you see my Erin Condren video, I showed you how I tear the paper out for this, and I just trimmed everything up so it's nice and trimmed, and I'll keep that. And then this was a compact vertical that I was going to use in the A5 size. It ended up not working for me, but again, I'll keep it in case I want to use it for something else. And then I have the daily duos that I ordered, and then this is the extra notebook, so this needs to go over here. So I just need to put all of this stuff up. I would like everything that I'm going to keep to be on this first shelf, and then all of these are planner stuff. So I want to go through these and see what's in here and just keep that organized as part of what I'm doing today. just things, you know, I end up putting stuff up here, or this is just the stuff that I get into when I need planner stuff. So we're going to do that and just check that out. And then this whole corner here will be okay, done. Let's get into this. This is craziness. So at first I was like thinking that everything in here was like pretty organized. I was like, oh yeah, like I remember putting all of those down there and figuring out what was in them. And I was positive they were all organized. It turns out they're really not. So, well, I just wanted to show you the before. I have like extra notebooks, like paper. These are reusable sticker books. These are other notebooks. Like, I just need to go through this. And then this is all sticky notes. Now, I may have an entire bin that, like, I might just leave this as, like, all the sticky notes and these kinds of notepads. I might do that in one. But I really think that I can condense a lot of this. So let me get started with that. On the bottom of the sticky note container, I have a couple of these notepads, and they're just like week overview notepads that sometimes I've used. I've used them in the past. I haven't recently used them, but they're not dated, so I keep them. Now, the thing about planner stuff is depending on what kind of season of life you're in, depends on what kind of planner system works. So I always keep the majority of everything because I have found that I go back and something will not be working and I'll be like, oh, I want to try this method. And then I purchase something and there's no reason to get rid of it, particularly if it's not dated. Even if it's dated, I tend to keep it because I can redate it. So I am going to make this bin all of my sticky notes. So I have a lot of like Erin Condren like dashboard sticky notes, and I've gotten these. It's really great to get these when they're on sale, particularly when EC does their oh, sorry, my hand was in the way. When Erin Condren does their warehouse sale and they do 60% off, you can a lot of times pick these up really inexpensive. So I'll have those. And then I have sticky notes that in the past I've gotten to match my planner. Like these were some that were meant to match when I was using the wildflower design. I got some of these type colors to match. So I'll keep those. And then I just have a variety. Some of these are not, like this isn't, oh, this is a sticky note. I have some that are not necessarily a sticky note, like this one or this one. But I do have a glue stick that is a repositionable. It makes anything like a Post-it note. And so that's why I keep these in with Post-it notes, because basically I'll make this a Post-it note. And then I do have some of these that are just notepads. And again, I've gotten these in the past to match like what I'm using that year for a planner, like whatever design. And then, oh, I forgot that I got these. Like this is a good one too. So again, and then I have like this one. So I'll just keep all of this stuff in here. It'll be like the thing if I need sticky notes or notepads, it'll be the place I go. Okay, see, we're making progress. This is all sticky notes. And then I'm going to put these sticky notes up in the living room with the planner stuff I use. And then I'm going to get rid of these two set of sticky notes. They say Stampin' Up! And I don't need them. And this is all now sticky notes. I am keeping this one right here because I can just cut off the top of that and it's still a pretty design on the bottom. Okay, next we have a bin of like extra planner papers. Like this is EC paper that was lined. There's some notebooks in here. I'm gonna make this my extra paper. So like here is a bunch of EC grid paper. I have these that I cut down from this recent EC order. So I'm going to make that this bin here. And then I might even put in my reusable sticker books in this one as well. We'll see. Okay, let's wrap this part up. Sticky notes, extra paper or things I've taken apart of, planner pouches and things that I use, and then extra notebooks and clips and the certain kind of labels I use and my repositionable sticker books, all in there. I'm going to put all of that back on the shelf. And then this is how this turned out. So all of my unused planners and notebooks are there. All 4 of those will be stacked there. All of this is cleaned up. And then I moved the A5 notebooks back over here and then just shifted some of this stuff around. This is not necessarily a big deal. This is just kind of storage, and I am fine with that being there. So then my computer and my iPad are here because I'm doing some work in here. But then all of this is cleaned up. I did go through all of that and clean all of that up and get it ready for the new year. And then that's just work stuff, and this is work stuff. And then these are my printers. Something that I'm maybe hoping will work out in 2025 is I would like to upgrade my printers and get a photo printer that prints the really large photos. I'm really considering doing that. It's just they're very expensive, and I just don't know if it's something that I can manage right now, particularly, as many of you know, not doing Stampin' Up, my income for what I do has drastically dropped. And so I have to just be really careful about what I'm investing in and if it's gonna, in the long term, be worth it. So, but I have the space now here, which could really work out. I've never had a larger printer because I've never really had the space, and now I do. So this is good. So I'm gonna just put some of this stuff up. I gotta put my laptop up and get this stuff put up, and then I'm gonna give you just a whole look at the room and where we're at. And yeah, then we'll wrap up today's video. So let me put this stuff up and then I'll get back to you. All right, I am here at my desk with one of the boxes that I have for my core kit. These are the boxes that sit on the shelf, and it has a lid, and then you open it up, and then inside it has this divider, and it has another middle divider, so it actually will divide the whole box into sections like this, and you can have them that way. Now, that's how they come. Now, what I did is I took the middle divider out. Well, I just didn't put it in, is what, because you put all of it together. You kind of fold it all up and put it together. So I didn't put that middle divider down the middle so that I could put 4x6 cards in here. So it's basically divided into 3 sections this way. So 1, 2, 3, and then 3 sections this way. So 1, 2, 3, and then the middle part is wider. Now, when I first got these, and I'm sure there's a video here on my YouTube channel. If ever you're looking for something specific, I've uploaded over 1,000 videos that are craft related. You can go to my channel, so go to the actual channel portion, not just the video, just click visit channel. Then there is a search bar, and you can pop into that search bar project life card organization, and any video I've done for that topic will come up. And I'm sure I'm positive I've done a couple videos on this. So in the beginning, what I did is I put both of the 3x4 slots over here and then a 4x6 slot here. And when I did the videos, somebody suggested doing the 4x6 cards down the middle because they're heavier. And so what I was noticing is my box was lopsided with the weight, and so I did that. I switched it to putting all the 4x6 in the middle. Now for this box, this is Clementine, which is my favorite core kit of all time. I've said that a million times. It's the very first core kit I ever got. I got it on Amazon. I remember waiting until it got loaded into Amazon to purchase. Becky Higgins dropped like 3 kits, and they were for that year. I think it was like 2011, and it was like 3 kits, and then you picked your kit that you were going to use all year long, and I picked Clementine. I loved it. I loved the pattern paper. I loved the dividers. I loved all of it. So I think I only ended up having 2 kits that were Clementine, but I think I ended up with 3 kits that were the Jade. And of course the Jade is a very old core kit as well. And so I don't mind having a lot of it because, again, these are retired and you can't get them. And there's other kits that I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not necessarily my favorite. I don't mind not having quite a bit of it. But like with the Clementine and the Jade, I don't mind having an obsessive amount, right? This is an obsessive amount. So If you don't, I will try to find this box at IKEA. Again, I did mention that they retired it right after I found it. I mean, I was so lucky to have purchased as many as I did when I did, because it was literally like the following week they were off the website and retired. But I'll try to find something. They might have something now. And so what I did is I just put my, you know, most of these boxes have 3 core kits. So they have one here, one in the middle, and one here. One core kit fits perfectly in this slot. So I do, you know, each side, I usually do like journaling cards and filler cards, and then my 4x6 cards in the middle. And then the first and last page cards go in front of the 4x6. So with this one, again, I have a lot of the jade kit. So what you'll see is this back section here is 3x4 cards all the way across. And then there is a really huge chunk of 4x6 cards here. And that is because these are all the jade cards. And so the clementine go from here, and then these two here. So again, under most circumstances, most boxes, each slot has one core kit, and it fits perfectly. This one just happens to be one that, again, I have an obscene amount of these 2 kits, and so I just made it fit in one box. But that is how they are stored inside. So Gail, I hope that helps. Again, I will try to find the box like this. Hopefully IKEA replaced it with something. A lot of times IKEA does that, where they will retire a product, rename it, and then it is on the website. It just is under a different name. So I'm going to do a little bit. If there is, if I can link it, it'll be in the YouTube description. Gail, I hope that helps to see not only physically where these are stacked in my room, but then also how I have them in the box. And then this year for Project Life, I've been using older core kits. And I think next year I'm going to do the same thing. I think that I have so much of this. It was really fun using the different core kits throughout the year. And I think that I will go ahead and do that again next year. And that will work out really well. So, and then the lid fits on there perfect. And then again, they stack. Now these are not like the most sturdy. They just kind of do together like you would do like a cardboard box on the bottom. I can't flip this over to show you because everything would fall out and I'm afraid it would go everywhere. But the bottom is not like the most sturdy. Now, I mean, I can lift it and everything's gonna stay in there, but it's not like it's a wood box. It is a cardboard box, and the tops, if you're not careful, they get, you know, they tear. I have a couple that I've had to tape the sides because of the heaviness of it. But I think that's just, you know, these are literally were like $3 a piece. It was such an expensive storage that I don't mind that it's not the sturdiest. It works the best. It's hard to find storage for core kits because of their size. How tall they are makes it very difficult, and particularly if you want to be able to like just flip through them. So this had been the best option that I had found. So again, if I can find it, I will link it in the description below, and then we're gonna jump back in to me finishing up my office, that corner, cleaning up that corner and getting all of that cleaned up and organized. So we'll jump back into that now, and then I'll wrap up the video. So thanks, Gail, for the question. I hope that helped. If anybody has any other questions, please let me know, and I'm happy to help you out or answer those. So let's dive back into my office and getting it cleaned up for the month of December. Right, this is my final look at this corner. You will see me clean up this corner, I think next week. So I did this a little bit backwards because I wanted to get the video out for Gail showing her how I organize my Project Life cards. And so these videos are a little bit backwards. Next week, you'll see me do all of this side because I've already done all of this side, and I'm going to go through my product over there in the corner, and I pulled some stuff out. I'm getting ready to switch up the way I do my memory keeping. Not drastically, but I am adding a few new things, and my goal is to be using all of these stamps that I have. I am really wanting to dive in and use stamps again in a memory keeping way, not a card making way. And so I want to do that next year. So I did put all of these containers back. The other thing that I said I was going to mention was my sewing machine. I did bring my sewing machine down here. I have another one of those carts from IKEA. The top of it is flipped upside down. I used to keep my Big Shot on top of that. I've put my sewing machine there. The middle bin is sewing stuff. And then the very bottom right now is the product that I'm pulling out to be able to, I'm probably going to do a sell of that like in a couple months. I just want to get all of it gathered up that I want to sell. I don't have very much of it anymore because I don't have product coming into my space like I once did. But I do have some things that I think that I want to do, maybe a YouTube sell. And then the very bottom of that, I'm thinking about getting my Big Shot out again and leaving it out. And if I did that, I would put it on the bottom. And so this corner is now totally cleaned up. Everything's put away. My desk is pretty much cleaned up except what I am currently doing and using right now or working on right now. And then this side of the room is nice and done too. I've dusted everything. I've put everything away. Now this is the beginning of December that all of this is getting filmed. So this will get totally messy and crazy in the month of December. And then at the very end of December, I will do another cleanup, but it'll be much easier because I've dusted and I've done all of that stuff already. So that is just one of the systems I like doing here in my office, and it just helps me keep everything together and organized and cleaned up. So thank you so much for joining me for Craftmas. I hope that you are enjoying the video so far, and I will catch you in my very next video for Craftmas. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. There are 2 other videos here on the screen that you can check out. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That helps YouTube be kind to me, and I would love it if they would be kind to me this Christmas season. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to December, and I will catch you in my next Craftmas video.